Bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Shape up to Timber. I don't know the name of it. Like, do we have to have a name? Shaytember, Shlimtember. I want you guys to keep. I love the fact that I keep getting tweets and comments from you guys suggesting new names for this month. But basically, the month of September has begun. September 1st is today, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard me say it before. I'm going to say it again. It is the first day of the rest of your life. Oh, and I had a quote here because I want to do quotes. That's part of this. Like, this is your one-stop shop for everything to better your life, okay? So I'm talking about if you need, tips on nutrition, if you need tips on workouts, if you need motivation, if you just need a shoulder to cry on, it's all gonna be right here, the month of September for ShayLoss. I'm telling you what, just subscribe, get your friends, your family, everybody, and we're gonna do this as a team. I want you guys to realize that. We are gonna help change people's lives. This isn't about me, this isn't about you, it's about all of us. We can do this together, okay? We can lift each other up because there's gonna be bad days, you're gonna be discouraged. So you've all heard me say that today is the first day of the rest of your life, but think about it this way. If you live each day as if it was your very last, someday you'll certainly be right. Look into the mirror every morning and ask yourself, if today was the last day of my life, would I want to be doing exactly what I'm doing today? If the answer is no, for too many days in a row, you gotta change something. Okay, so here it is, September 1st, we're gonna change our lives. So I wanna tell you, first of all, the reason why I decided to do this. So, if you guys have been with me along for the ride, I have lost 110, 115 pounds, depending on how much food I eat on a certain day. Anyways, I did it. I finally lost the weight that I've been trying to lose for a couple years, honestly. I've been really, wanting to lose the weight, and finally I did it. I've run 2.5 marathons, and I feel great. I feel energized. I feel like I can play with my kids. I feel like I can live longer. I eat better now, and I'm stronger, and I'm thriving more than ever before. But the thing is after I finished those 2.5 marathons and after I lost all the weight, I kind of got into this little slump where I was like, well, now what? I mean, what do I do now? I don't have that fire anymore. When I was training for that first marathon and I was losing that weight and I was in those weight loss competitions every Tuesday on the porch, I was excited. I had a fire under me because I was working towards something. I had a dream. I was working to achieve something that I wanted to achieve. And once I achieved it, I kind of got this doldrum state where it was like, well, I did it, but now what? So I started to think to myself, well, what could I do next? What could be my next dream that I can shoot for and wake up every morning and be passionate about and have that fire that really makes life worth living? Having that fire underneath you that you are working towards something, and I wanted that back. And so I started to think to myself, well, I got to set some new goals. I achieved the goals that I set, and now I have to stretch even more, and I have to set new goals. The Boston Marathon is A, one of the longest running races in history, and B, one of the very hardest marathons / races to qualify for. The qualifying time gets tougher and tougher every year, and even in this new year, in 2012, they've bumped up the qualifying time 5 minutes. So in 2013, you have to be, if you're 18 to 36, I believe, I'm not sure what the age category is, you have to run 26.2 miles in 3 hours and 5 minutes, making it very tough. I think, I'm not sure what the pace is. Blake, what is the pace that you have to run to qualify for that? So for the last couple of weeks, I've been thinking to myself, man, I would really love to be able to qualify for the Boston Marathon. I've been reading the book Born to Run. I've been eating my chia seeds. And I read in the book Born to Run that 95% of runners will never achieve the qualification time for the Boston Marathon. And when I read that, I thought to myself, wow, all these runners in the world, it's very rare to be able to qualify for the Boston Marathon. It's tough. It takes a lot of training, time, and commitment. And I thought, what if I could qualify? What if I could run in the Boston Marathon? What if I could say I ran in the Boston Marathon? And it kind of got me excited, and I started thinking, okay, here we go, I gotta set a new goal. So I came up with this idea and I thought, well, I need your guys' help because without you, I couldn't have done this. Honestly, reading your comments, your daily tweets, encouraging me, and doing this as a team and watching your video responses and seeing your little victories helped me help myself. You see, it's not a one-way street. I'm not just like this He-Man doing this by myself. It really makes a difference to have, you know, people around you helping you, encouraging you, motivating you. And so I want to do this together, and I want all of us to set our own goals. You don't have to set a goal to qualify for the Boston Marathon, but I want you to have a dream. Just think of something, anything that you want to achieve, something that if you thought, if I had that right now, that would be amazing. That would be a dream come true. If I was 50 pounds lighter, if I didn't smoke, if I wasn't addicted to alcohol, if I, you know, if I could run 10 miles, whatever it is, you just got to look into yourself introspectively, be honest with yourself, be your own devil's advocate and say, what could I do? What is a dream that I want to have? So I came up with 3 goals that I'm going to try to achieve in this month of September, and I want to share them with you, okay? So in your own goal setting, we're going to talk about goals later. We're going to talk about the specifics, tips, and tricks of goal setting because there's some very specific things you can do, and I'm actually going to talk about them right now. Get yourself a calendar, one with a hot chick on it, preferably. Ha! That's my hot chick. You got to have a calendar because you have to track this. 30 days. Here's our calendar, September 2012. At the top of your calendar, you should have your goals. Now, you should also put your goals in places where you're going to see them a lot. Maybe on your bathroom mirror, on your refrigerator, in your book when you go to school, on your computer when you're watching Shaytards every day. You have to have your goals right there. You have to be able to see them. You have to be reminded of them. So here are my 3 goals. Number 1 goal is to qualify for the Boston Marathon. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna qualify for the Boston Marathon. I'm gonna work my butt off, and when I run that marathon, I'm gonna be so glad. I am scheduled to run the St. George Marathon October 6th. That is my qualifying race. That's the race that I have to run in 3 hours and 5 minutes. So for this next 30 days in September, that's the only thing I'm gonna be thinking about is that race in St. George, Utah on October 6th. I am going to work and fight and get up every day, and I'm going to be thinking about that race. I have to run it in 3 hours and 5 minutes, and that will qualify me to run in the Boston Marathon. So that's my first goal. Second goal, I want to be able to do 100 push-ups. Some of you have watched my Shaytards vlogs. You saw that in my old bathroom mirror, I wrote on the bathroom question, can you do 100 push-ups? I kind of like... I'm going to talk about that later in another video. There's like a deeper meaning to just being able to do 100 push-ups to me. It actually might be the title of my book. But I'm going to talk about that in another video. But that's my second goal. Be able to do 100 push-ups consecutively, like at one time without getting up and going, ow, my arms hurt. Third goal is a life goal. I have always, always, always wanted to learn to play the guitar. And I've never put in the time to do it. And so I'm gonna make my goal for the month of September to learn to play the guitar. I'm not gonna be, you know, like Eric Clapton or Eddie Vedder or Van Halen, but if I commit every day of September to learning and playing the guitar, I'm gonna learn to play the guitar. I'm gonna get better at it. Okay, so those are my 3 goals. Those don't have to be your goals, but you guys, like I said, you have to introspectively look. Maybe you wanna like get out of debt. Maybe you wanna get straight A's. I got some examples here. Losing weight, running a race, lifting a certain amount of weight, playing a sport, joining an intramural team, trying a new sport. You know, maybe you want to read more. Maybe you want to be able to read more books. Maybe you have a goal of saving $10 a day. At the end of 30 days, you'll have $300. What could you do with $300? You could buy a lot of Shay Carl t-shirts with $300. Think about it. So the point is, it can be anything. This isn't just about weight loss. This isn't about just, you know, getting skinny. This is about improving yourself as a whole. It could be, maybe you have some bad habits. Maybe you want to quit smoking. Maybe you want to quit drinking. Save up enough money to buy a car. You want to get better grades. Have a better relationship with your spouse or your mom or your dad. It can be anything. But you should set 3 specific goals. I'm setting 2 physical fitness goals and 1 life goal. So like I said, my 3 goals: qualify for the Boston Marathon, be able to do 100 push-ups consecutively, and learn to play the guitar. So here's the second thing. So once you have your goals laid out, whatever they are, I'm not going to pick your goals for you. You have to choose that for yourself. Here's a good way to pick a goal. Think of something that you wish you had, or that you could do, or that was in your life. Think like for instance, I think if I could play the guitar, and because I love to sing, I love music. If I could really like play the guitar and like have a few songs that I could sing, I would love that. I think that would be awesome. Whenever I watch somebody play the guitar and sing, it makes me jealous. I think, man, I wish I could do that. You can. You literally can have anything you want in your life. You just have to put in the time. Okay, so here's the next step. So what I've done, you can't just say, I'm going to qualify for the Boston Marathon and show up in St. George on October 6th and be able like, okay, here I am, hopefully I qualify. So I've set sub-goals to my 3 goals. So I've written these down here on my calendar. You can kind of see this. So here are the 3 things that coincide with my 3 goals. For my Boston Marathon, I'm gonna run 200 miles in the month of September. That means 50 miles a week. That's either 5 10-mile runs per week or 4 12.3-mile runs per week. No matter what I decide to do, I'm going to run 200 miles in the month of September to get my legs ready. That's the only way to be able to run a marathon. You just have to put in the time. 2, I'm gonna go to bed by 12 because if you don't want to get injured by doing all this activity, you have to let your body recuperate. So my problem is I like to stay up late and then I have to wake up early to get the kids ready for school. So if I make sure that I go to bed by a certain time, I'll get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and that's super important for your body. Sleep is very important because your body has to recover and restore itself. So my second goal for my marathon goal is to go to bed by midnight at the latest. Hopefully I can go to bed by like 10, 30, or 11. Third goal for my marathon goal, no pop. No soda, Shay Carl. No cold Coca-Cola Classic on the rocks. Oh, that's gonna be so hard because I like to treat myself to, you know, 40 ounces of Coca-Cola Classic when I go to the movies. So those are my 3 sub-goals for my main marathon goal. Run 200 miles, go to bed by midnight, and no pop. And by doing those 3 things every day, that will help me to get ready to qualify for Boston. Second goal, do 100 consecutive push-ups. So for that, I just downloaded a push-up app. There's a lot of them. I'm not going to tell you which one I have because I'm not promoting any specific one. But if you get on your iPhone or Droid or whatever, you get on the computer, you can find programs to help you be able to do 100 push-ups. I'm going to follow that app, and then every Monday, I'm going to test myself. I'm going to do as many as I can, and I'm going to upload it and show you guys. So every Monday, expect a push-up video from me doing as many as I can. Right now, I could probably do about 50. This is Saturday, so Monday when we do the Monday video, I'll do as many as I can and we'll see where I'm at. I maybe could do 50 right now, so I'm gonna have to work up to be able to do 50 more. So every Monday, I'm gonna do as many push-ups as I can and we're gonna try to track that. And then 3, I'm gonna practice the guitar 10 minutes a day. Colette has a guitar, I'm gonna set it by my desk and I'm just gonna be 10 minutes a day, whether it be in the morning, at night, whenever I get a chance. 10 minutes a day, I'm gonna get on that guitar and I'm gonna wail away and I'm gonna learn some notes, some chords. And then the other thing is I'm gonna commit to you that on September 30th, I'm gonna upload a song. And I don't know what it's gonna be yet, and I'm kind of nervous, but on September 30th, I'm gonna upload a video to Shay Carl, my Shay Carl channel, of me playing acoustically the guitar and singing a song. I'm nervous for that, but that's a dream. That's what it is to have a dream. It's like something that you can't do and you're nervous about and you still don't know if you can do it, but I believe that if I work hard enough for these 30 days, I will be able to upload a song. Be easy on me, okay? So those are my goals. That's what I'm setting in the month of September. What are yours? I'm not gonna judge you. If you wanna keep them a secret, that's cool. If you only wanna set 1 goal, that's cool too. You don't have to do 3 goals or whatever. Just make a change. Do something that at the end of the 30 days, you can look back and say, holy crap, I did it. But I wanna see them, I wanna know, and I think it will help. It'll help me, it'll help you guys as a team. We'll all be able to see what each other's goals are, and maybe it'll give other people ideas for what their goals could be. So leave me video responses, comments, tweet me, Facebook. People around you, your moms and dads, your family, your friends are gonna see you being motivated and it's gonna change them. Now, if you watch the podcast that I uploaded last Wednesday, you gotta know, as soon as you set goals and as soon as you set out to do better in your life, there's gonna be naysayers. There's gonna be haters gonna hate. You gotta drink a lot of haterade before you get to the end of the marathon. Expect that. Expect people to drag you down. Misery loves company. People are gonna be like, what are you doing? That's stupid. I don't know why they act like that, but that will happen, I promise you. So be ready for it, okay? Expect it and overcome it, and eventually they'll see you're honest and you're true about this, and it will change them, and you will change other people's lives around you. You can't help it. And you'll rise up the level of everybody around you, and you'll rise up the level of yourself, and you become a better person. And at the end of this 30 days, on September 30th, us as a group are gonna be able to get together and be like, look what we did. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you on board? Are you ready to change your lives? Are you ready to change other people's lives? I'm ready, and I know you guys are. So listen, now this is very serious, okay? Right now, I don't care what shape you're in, I don't care who you are, I don't care how cool you think you are. Right now, as a team, I want us all to get down and do 5 push-ups. Don't be sitting here and be like, oh, I'm not, no, there's people around. I might be embarrassed. Right now, everybody, let's go. 5 push-ups.
Get on the floor! It's easy. Push yourself away from the desk. Get off, set your laptop down. You can lay your laptop on the ground. If you have a computer, just leave it up there. You can still hear me. Here we go. Together. If you have to do them on your knees like this, that's fine, but just try. If you don't try, you'll never get anywhere in life, okay? We ready? Count them off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nobody's looking at you weird. Trust me. 4, 5. Oh, did it. 5 push-ups. I have a lot of work before I can do 100. All right, here we go. Shape up Shaytember, day 1. Let's go for a ride, you guys.